Right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new season of Pop the Mitt, Crack the Bat with me, Andy Rodriguez, and Brad Daw. And we got a new co-host for season 3. We
Yes,
got
the miserable diehard. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
we got Jerry Superman Soupy with us,
Yeah,
who is
the
starting.
miserable. I'm sorry, I interrupted you again. Damn,
No,
I'm not doing too well on my debut.
who's going to be on our staff for the season. He also does our football show, the Gridiron Smackdown, and he's coming in for the baseball show. What's going on, Jerry?
Yeah, you have to have one person who's got a shitty team on here. I mean, come on. So I'm the logical choice. You keep it balanced.
Hey, well, like Brad said, it's the beginning of the season. You got to have some optimism. We are coming to you from an Astro fan, a Dodger fan, and a Reds fan. So we got almost all of America across the country.
We do.
Covered.
Yeah.
2 time zones.
Yeah.
Wait, is Cincinnati in the East?
It's in the East, but I'm in Tennessee though. I'm in the Central.
Oh, that's right. You're in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well,
We should hang out, man.
we go from the mountains, from the West Mountains, all the way to the Midwest.
From the coast of gold across the 7 seas.
Yep. So tomorrow, baseball starts. Tomorrow starts the 162 journey all the way to October. No other sport gives you this amount of games.
Hey, I have a question for Jerry.
Sure.
Okay, so tradition is that the first game is supposed to be in Cincinnati. And of course, that tradition broke a while ago. Right. And I'm going to say it was because of TV money, ESPN especially. They wanted to have the first game and Sunday night and all that kind of stuff. But that's kind of gone by the wayside now. So certainly they could go back to having the first game in Cincinnati, but yet they're not. How do you feel about that?
I don't have a problem. I mean, as a Reds fan, it was cool to see them play the first game. They always played the first game this season, then they were off the next day. Then they, I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, they were the first established team, I guess. So that's what they did. But they still had them every year at home. So they still got that. So their first series will always be at home.
But I know it's a really big deal in this city, though. I mean, they basically closed everything. I don't know if they still do that. I hope so. Yeah. They still close all the schools. They have a big parade. Ends up at the stadium.
They still have all that.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad they haven't got rid of that. So
there's just there's also just a lot of frustration at the same time with the fans there. There really is. Man.
Sure, I understand. Yeah, we were there. Nathan and I were there. Oh, God, I can't remember what year it was, but I think he was in junior high at the time. And we went to a couple of games with a friend of my brother's, and this guy had season tickets. And he was like, "You guys got to come back next year for opening day." He says, "I'll get you tickets and everything, get you hooked up." And he says, "Yeah, you got to come for the whole deal." And we ended up not being able to pull that off, but I wish we had, because I think it's pretty cool. Any place that celebrates baseball is good. In my book.
Yeah, it's really cool how they do keep that tradition going.
Yep. So, all right. Sorry to interrupt there.
No, that's all right. I know, because that was a big piece of baseball history, and it's really cool because baseball always has those little nicks and knacks and weird stories and stuff like that more than any other sport. So tomorrow starts the 162 game journey to the trophy. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do different things. We are going to go through MLB.com had sent out a tier where different teams are. We are going to debate that or agree with that. And then we are going to talk about Jerry has gone ahead and graded the rotations in baseball. We will go over those.
Opening day rotations. I mean, there's people on injured reserve.
Right.
That aren't accounted for.
Rotations. So we will go over those. And then we will make our predictions of who's going to win the divisions, wild cards, and who we think is going to be going to the World Series. Football's a little bit easier to do this in. Baseball's very, very tricky since it's a long season. Injuries,
a lot can happen.
Trades can happen. It just so much can happen in between March 27th and the beginning of October. That's a long time. You don't know this is the longest sports season in the world?
I believe
I did not know that.
Oh, no, well, I'm asking.
Oh, I don't know.
I would think so. It's 162 games.
Yeah, but other sports, I mean, basketball's what, 82 games? Yeah, but they don't play every day. Baseball, I mean, they don't play every day, but it's, they don't have as many days off. Basketball, you rarely get a back-to-back. I don't know how often hockey plays. I don't know how many games they play in a season.
They play 82. But hockey has 4. I mean, there's no you start out with what? The best of 3, then 5, and then 7. It's all out of 7. So you can technically play 28 playoff games in order to, win the Stanley Cup.
Wow.
It's a long season. I mean, they don't play every day, but they do have several back-to-backs during the season, especially when they go like from the West Coast to the East Coast and vice versa. They have a lot of back-to-backs for some reason. I don't know why you think the schedule would take it easy on them, you know what I mean, for traveling across the country, but they don't. And but at the same time, they also have like 5 or 6 day gaps too where they don't play. So it's weird how the schedule is. It really is. I mean,
and baseball, sometimes they'll play 6 games in a week.
Yeah,
that's crazy how they might do it. 3 games,
sometimes even 7. Yeah,
you'd be off for travel, then play another 4. So it's very rare that there's no baseball during a day. So let's get started with the tiers. This was put out there by MLB.com. Tier 1, we got the Dodgers by themselves. Do y'all agree with that? I know I do. I mean, they're the World Series champs, and they should be at number 1 tier.
Well, I think this kind of spawns off of the Dodgers are ruining baseball narrative. It's like, well, nobody can do what the Dodgers are doing, and which I don't agree with that. And I feel like if you've got a team and you got a checkbook, you should be able to sign players. You should be able to develop a team where players want to go. Maybe not overnight, but you should be able to make that happen. I mean, the Dodgers didn't get every single player that was out there.
Pretty much.
They didn't get Juan Soto.
Not yet, anyway. Ellie De La Cruz is coming your way.
Soto. That ain't going to happen. We're not going to see him in July get traded. Of course, I don't know the way the Mets do business. It's like, they sign people to a big contract and then trade them.
Yep.
When they realize if they're playing below 500 in July, I can see Soto out of here. You're gone.
Right.
We're going to ship you to Texas.
Yeah, I agree with the Dodgers. I mean, I can see them winning 120 games this year. I know that's a big task, but they're stacked, man. If there is a weakness on this team, well, and it's maybe their starting pitching, but that's not really a weakness. But I mean, injuries could happen. And if they make the dumbass mistake by letting Ohtani pitch, I think that'd be the worst mistake they can do. You're just praying. You're praying for an injury there, man. It's just not worth. You won with him without being a pitcher. So why risk that? You know what
I mean?
Well, he's supposed to.
I'll tell you why I risk it, Jerry.
Sure.
It's because I mean, not that Ohtani could bring in more money with his celebrity, but if he's pitching, he's going to be even bigger than he is now of a celebrity. And so there's a lot more going on here than just winning the games. They could probably win, if Ohtani didn't even play, they could probably still win the World Series this year. But I mean, they're not a team that is dependent on one guy. I mean, you figure those first 2 games, you're missing both Freddie and Mookie. I mean, who are arguably the best, players on the team, and they still won those. I mean, and you can say, oh yeah, they're playing the Cubs, but the Cubs were out there playing. I mean, they weren't screwing around. And that's the thing about baseball. I mean, winning 120 games is really difficult because the thing I love about baseball is on any given day, the worst team can beat the best team. It can happen. It's not like impossible. I mean, there's nobody that just I'm trying to think. Let's see, the White Sox. Did the White Sox beat the Dodgers once last year?
Did they really?
Maybe no, I don't know. I don't remember if they did, but they didn't play in 3 games, so that's a small sample size. But if you gave them, a couple of series, I bet the White Sox would have got one, because you're going to get some pitcher that's going to come out really hot one day, and Dodgers hitters aren't quite feeling it. And I mean, there's a lot of things, a lot of variables in a baseball game, which again, that's what makes the sport great. And that's anybody can win.
You're going to need a staff like Atlanta's 1990s staff in order to even come close, I think, to beating the Dodgers this year. I mean, they're going to be tough, man. There's some great pitchers out there. There's some great staffs out there too. But good pitching almost always beats good hitting. I'm sorry, it just does. Oh, absolutely. But this is too much of a juggernaut. They're too much of a juggernaut, man. This is going to be. If they rip off 3 or 4 in a row World Series champions, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think they're very top heavy in their lineup.
What do you mean top heavy?
Well, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 great players, great hitters, and then there's a big drop off.
Okay. I don't know about that, but
you don't think
they're pretty solid from 1 through 8. 1 through 9, they're pretty solid now. Yeah.
I would argue there's not really much weakness in their lineup anywhere.
Okay. Who's the number 5 hitter?
I don't know. Is it Will Smith?
What are we talking about?
Will Smith. Hitter? You got. You get down there. You got Tommy Edman. I mean, those guys. Tommy Edman, who was the NL Championship Series MVP. I mean, and he hit the postseason like crazy. Okay. Will Smith didn't really have a very good offensive year last year for him. He looks great this spring. I mean, that's a dude who could, hit well over 20 home runs a year every year and knock in almost 100. You can't say he's a weakness. That dude can do some 100 RBIs. Yeah, he could do some serious damage. So shorts. So you got, let's see, Muncy. Muncy's gonna, he's hit like almost 40, 39 home runs a couple of times.
And back to 220.
Yeah, but his on base percentage is over 300. So he's getting on base more than most guys, and that's really what matters. And then when he does hit the ball, he does damage with it. Plus, he was having some weird years. Like last year, he was struggling with injury for most of the year. So his average was well below 200 for most of the year. Then he got it going there. He's healthy this year. He's lost weight. He looks good. I mean, that guy, yeah, he can really do some damage. So you're full. I mean, you can say, well, the center field, okay, if they get Pages out there, Pages can get hot. I mean, look what he did in the World Series. He hit 2 home runs against the Yankees. Yeah, I don't. Oh well, okay, Conforto. I don't know. I thought citing Conforto was a mistake, but he kind of, ended up spring training looking pretty darn good there. So we'll see. We'll see what Conforto does.
All right.
I don't really say you get past those first 4 batters, then you can just pitchers can relax. I think that would be a mistake. But
I still think they can.
Okay. All right. Good enough.
I'm not that enthused about the bottom half of the lineup.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's how I see it.
Okay. Cool.
Tier 2 teams. Braves, yes. Mets, I wouldn't put them at tier 2.
Really?
No. Yes, they got Soto and the Polar Bear and Lindor, but I'm not that sold on their pitching staff. Not just their rotation, just their pitching staff. That's nothing for me.
Yeah. I know. We'll see. We'll see how other pitchers
the Mets right now.
2 guys that are hurt.
The Mets. Here you said the Mets. Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah. Rotation.
The Mets rotation, man. I'm telling you, man. I mean, they came on strong. They came on strong last year. I mean, I'm trying to think some of their Clay Holmes, Tyler Mess. I mean, they got some great pitching. I really think they have a decent, competent staff, man. I mean, I would probably give them an A-. I think that's how I got them rated.
Oh, wow, you got them as an A-. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I think they pitched so well last year, second half of the season in the playoffs, man. So, I mean, they ran into the Dodgers, unfortunately. So,
and I know that Manaya and Montez are out right now, and they'll be back.
Yeah.
But
so there is reinforcements on the way for them. But the Mets are always going to be the Mets, though. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to stay kind of iffy on their rotation. The Orioles is on this tier. Man, the Orioles have a really good young team, but man, they made absolutely no moves in the offseason. And they lost their ace pitcher and didn't replace him. Rodriguez, who I love, is out for the first couple of months with no answer in sight. I don't know. I mean, I got them as a wild card team right now, but I wasn't really happy with what they did in the offseason. In the offseason, they should have done something. And they lost I can never pronounce his name, but Santander. Okay, I wasn't that far off, but they lost him to the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
And for a good price, too. It's not like they couldn't afford him. I mean, this dude put up almost 40 homers last year.
Yeah.
And he hit for average and RBIs. You're just going to let him walk. And they didn't replace him with anybody. They're bringing in a lot of young guys.
They've got some really good young guys, though. I mean, they're bringing up guys who can really cause some damage. So that's the beautiful thing. We got to wait and see what these guys do when they get on the field.
Yeah, I think them being on the second tier, I'm kind of even on that.
Okay.
I don't know if I agree with that or disagree with that. I got to wait and see on that because there's a lot of unknown about the Orioles. And they didn't make any moves to make it better. Jerry, what do you think about the Orioles?
I agree, man. I think they're pretty much stagnant. I mean, they really haven't done anything like you said, and they got some decent arms on their 1 and 2. But behind that, it's really suspect. So I don't know, man. So
what do you rate their pitching staff as?
I got them down as very low B-. I mean, they got some great arms in Zach Eflin and Charlie Morton. I mean, those guys are good.
Like 41 already.
Yeah, but he's still good though, man. He still has a decent. He'll put you in a position to win a game. It doesn't matter how old you are, man. Look at fucking Justin Verlander.
Look at me, Andy.
Yeah, but we're talking about professional athletes here. Yeah. And,
yeah, you're right.
And with Verlander, we ran him out of town.
You always have to have somebody like that. I love having yeah, okay, he might be a little too seasoned veteran, but he can still fucking throw the ball. So
yeah,
I think he's still a decent pitcher. He's still going to win you games, man. So
I'll go Charlie. Well, we'll see. But
all right, remember Charlie Morton. Okay, remember we're going at the end of the season when we talk about this, we'll see his record. Okay.
That's I will remember about Charlie Morton. Believe me.
All right, this is an idea for next week. Okay, I'm going to have a list of players, and you're going to have to either grade them plus, even, or minus as to what you expect out of them for this year, and then we'll tally that up at the end of the year.
Okay.
Okay, so that'll be next week, or hopefully next week.
Phillies are I want to do a show every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because baseball is a lot.
2 weeks.
Yes, in 2 weeks. That should give us time to get players.
Time to sober up, right, Jerry?
Yeah.
Phillies, I will put on a tier 2, absolutely.
Yeah. I kind of feel like the Phillies. They had a huge window of opportunity the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like that window is shrinking a bit. I don't know why. It just kind of feels like the team. I mean, how are they really getting better? I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
but I would say they're definitely in that tier.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the Phillies is that I like their brand of baseball right now. I really do. I buy into the way they play, the way they carry themselves, and dude, I mean, they've got Phillies written all over them.
Yeah, Bryce Harper it helped them with that identity. I think that was one of the best signings I think ever in the last 10, 15 years. I think.
And when it comes to the Philadelphia Phillies, they carry themselves with that great tradition of the 80s and 90s. I mean, they just carry it with them, and it's awesome to watch. The last team on Tier 2, Yankees.
Wasn't Garrett Cole out for the season?
Oh, yeah, absolutely not. They're not a Tier 2 team.
That's going to hurt them.
That's one guy, though. I mean, obviously they're going to miss him. I still think the Yankees got a really good team, and I think they belong there. I
do too.
I'd say, I mean, they're the American League champion. They belong there until they get knocked off.
Oh, they're going to get knocked off. They're going to get their ass kicked off.
What do they got? They got Max Fried. Who else they got?
Max Fried.
We
might have a career year this year.
Yeah, but they did nothing to replace
Carlos Rodon's on that team, I think, ain't he? Still on the
Yankees? And he's bound to actually do something.
They're not; those guys aren't bad. I mean, still what they got. I mean,
no, but they didn't replace Cole.
All right.
Well, The problem is that there was really no good way to replace him.
But they could have gotten somebody or something.
Yeah, there's still a.
And the same thing with Soto. Soto's going to leave a big hole there. Giancarlo Stanton isn't coming back till who knows when.
Yeah.
That's a lot of.
Well, I think they're going to do better with Cody Bellinger out there. He's looking really good. He's an infinitely better fielder.
He's a better fielder, but he doesn't put up the offensive numbers.
He's going to be on the plus or minus list next show.
Okay.
Well,
the thing is that I like Cody Bellinger. I do. I think he's.
Well, it doesn't matter if you like him or not. It's like, what do you think he's going to do?
But can he replace Soto's numbers? I mean, I've never seen him put up those kind of numbers before. And Soto does it every year.
Yeah.
Soto's gone.
Yeah.
And if they're expecting Judge to have another historical season,
keep him out of the field. Keep him out of the field.
And that's what the Yankees live off of. They live off of Aaron Judge, and there's nothing wrong with that because Aaron Judge rules. But, dude, after that, so I got them coming down on that. Tier 3 teams, guys. Tier 3.
Okay, Tier 3.
Tier 3. They're coming up. Tier 3. Cubs. D-backs and Red Sox. Did I say Rangers yet?
No.
And Rangers. Your Tier 3 are Cubs, D-backs, Red Sox, and Rangers. What do y'all think about the Cubs? You saw them the first two games? First two games.
Offensively, they didn't look that great. I think they have some really good pitching. But the Cubs, I think they belong in Tier 3.
Yeah, I'll give them Tier 3.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
But the NL Central is not exactly very challenging division either. So,
but if they get knocked off a Tier 3, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I would be surprised that they move up out of Tier 3. I'd be surprised with that, but I wouldn't be surprised they get knocked off. D-backs.
I actually think the D-backs I think they should almost be in Tier 2.
I absolutely agree. I think they belong in Tier 2.
Yeah, they've got three of the best pitchers in the National League right now. The starters.
Fantastic.
And they've got a pretty good closer too. So I think the D-backs are going to surprise people.
And their offense is young. Their offense is fast. And
according to Carroll, that guy, I mean, he had a really bad year last year for the most part till the end.
Yeah.
But he looks like he's on fire so far this year. He looks really good. And that kid he makes things happen.
Yeah, D-backs I would have put in Tier 2.
Yeah.
The Red Sox.
I think they're pretty. I think they're where they're at.
Okay.
I mean that National League West is going to be. I mean, there's three teams that are going to be over 500. I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Put putting them up that high? Seriously, a tier 2 team, really?
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, you're right about their pitching, but what else do they got hitting wise? I mean,
Starlin Marte, not Starlin Marte, Ketel Marte. Great year. He's been actually really good the last 2 years.
They just got
they got first base, a guy from Cleveland.
One of the brothers.
Yep. Why am I blanking on his name? Yeah, he can rake.
They got those outfielders that can run and hit, and they just got Lord Gurriel to play left. And what's his name at third? Suarez.
They're going to be a surprise team, and they still have what's his name at third?
I thought they signed Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio, former Red Grade.
Yeah.
Hey, Eugenio. He can.
All right. Well, I'll say about the National League West is the only thing certain is the Rockies will finish last. Okay, how about that? There we go.
Yeah. Now
that's an easier prediction, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right.
Red Sox tier 3. I personally will put them in between 2 and 3.
Ooh.
I like what they did in the offseason by getting Bregman, a really good 1-2 punch on top of the rotation.
Yeah, I think they've got some great players. I just think there's some, I don't know, there's some personality issues in that team. We'll see. That could derail them.
Are you thinking about Devers?
Well, yeah, that's part of it. Him, Casas. We'll see. We'll see how well their manager can keep things together and get guys to buy in.
Stop being a buddy and really coach.
Yeah,
I think the Red Sox are going to surprise people this year. I do.
All right.
Yeah, I think so too. I believe they belong in 2.5 right now. Rangers. How y'all feel about the 2023 World Series Rangers? They were hurt last year for the most part.
Yeah.
Tier 3. That's fine.
Well, I think they got Jacob deGrom. Who else do they got? They got Tyler Mahle. He's a former Red, I think. I think he's on there, if I remember right.
Oh yeah,
he was.
They just signed him again. So Uvalde was there.
Who else?
The rotation. They got a couple of young guys at the back end of their rotation. That's going to be a little suspect, and we'll see about that. But their offense is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
If they can come back and play consistent, because they had a lot of guys hurt. But man, that infield with Young at third and what's his name at shortstop and Simeon at second.
Corey Seager?
Yeah, Corey Seager.
He's like one of the best hitters in all of major leagues, man.
Yeah.
The dude's insane. But yeah, keeping him healthy, that's the problem.
And then really jump-started Marcus Simeon big time.
Yeah.
That's some good offense there. And then you put Adolis. Yeah.
Yep.
Bounce back from last year. That dude plays with attitude and strength. It's a really good combo.
Isn't Aroldis Chapman with the Red Sox too? Isn't that him, their closer this year? Didn't he sign with Boston?
Whoa.
Wait, who?
Aroldis Chapman.
Yes.
He signed with Boston?
Yeah, he signed with Boston. He's going to be they announced him as their closer.
Yeah, okay.
But he's been getting hit pretty hard the past couple of years, though. He's getting older.
Yeah.
But man, he goes over 100, though, man.
His problem is consistency. I mean, there's some games he comes in and he just, he's untouchable, and then others he can't find the strike zone. Yeah. And then he does, throwing right down the middle, trying to make up for it and gets tattooed. Yeah. So, you don't know what you're going to get. He's, I would say, not reliable. When he's on, though, he's still incredible.
Oh, man.
He's scary. I wouldn't want to face him.
Ooh, that game was done. That game was done.
I mean, if he developed some wicked slider or something, I think he would have been one of the best closers ever, in my opinion. But he's just got speed. I mean, but then again, that's all you need when you're throwing 105 miles an hour, I guess. But yeah, it's impressive watching him.
There's another personality you got there on the Red Sox that isn't really known for being a guy that, by him being in the bullpen or the dugout makes the team better.
Right. Gotcha. That's true. That is 100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't want
to know that. I know that from experience.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are in Tier 4. Tier 4 is full. And this.
Yeah, how come your team isn't in the first 3 tiers, Andy? Let's go. Come on.
Well, they're not in Tier 4 either.
What's going on? That's impossible.
I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get to your team.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll get to my team when they're down there with a freaking White Sox. And I don't know why.
No way.
I don't know why. I don't know why, because
I don't know why either.
They're going to have a big year. I was at work today thinking about it. Right now, the Astros are kind of rebuilding, but also have their eye in the playoffs at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
So they're retooling, not
Yeah, exactly. That's the word, retooling. But Tier 4, Giants.
I'd say they're solid Tier 4, maybe 4. On the top of Tier 4, heading towards 3. I think Giants are going to surprise people this year.
I mean, they got Logan Webb and they got Verlander. I mean, but who else did they got? I can't think of any notable names.
Verlander?
Yeah. Is it Verlander with the Giants?
Yeah.
Verlander's with the Giants, yeah. But dude, I hate to say this, but he is at the end of his rope, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't count that guy out. I'm sorry, dude.
I know. I wouldn't either. Because
if he's healthy, man, I think I would take a chance on him on my team.
Yeah, this will be the year that he strings it all together and actually has a decent last year and then retires.
Yeah,
he's pushing 43, guys. Coming off of Tommy John.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. All right.
He's a competitor, man.
Yeah.
It matters.
Jerry's right about something, man. The guy's a competitor. He goes out there, even if his arm's falling off, he's going to give you all he's got if he's on the mound.
Oh yeah.
Got to get him on the mound.
That's not a question. He's going to give you all that he's got. But
he doesn't have much to give.
Is it a winnable everything he's got?
Okay. I'm going to put JV on the list for next week.
Okay. So I got the Giants.
Cy Young Award.
So we have the Mariners at Tier 4.
Wow. I think the Mariners are better than that. I mean, I do.
I kind of feel that way too. I feel like they're pushing on 3.
That surprises me. So yeah, I'm surprised.
I mean, you can't say that Scott Service is going to make them worse anymore.
Scott Service is gone.
That's what I mean. You can't say that. You can't say, well, they're a good team, but their manager's going to drag them down to the level. Now, they don't have that going on anymore. They just extended Cal Raleigh, gave him a nice contract, which is a genius. That guy's a ball player.
Yeah, yes.
And he's a good foundation. I think they're going to play above that.
All right.
I think they got some great. I mean, not super great pitching, but they got some. I think they're pretty deep. I think.
I love their rotation.
Starting,
rotation.
Yeah.
Of course, they lost one of them guys. So, but I don't know.
You see, they lost someone to injury, but he should be back.
Yeah.
Pretty soon. I forgot which one it was. It was one of those young guys.
I think all of them are young guys.
Yeah.
compared to me, every one of them are young. Yeah.
No, but
even Verlander's younger than me. Fuck.
Even the manager's young.
3 years in service. Padres.
I feel like they're still not that bad. I mean, they've got a lot of great players, and they didn't lose a whole lot. And unless they deal Cease, at the deadline, or try to get something for him before,
I would have put him higher. I would too.
I would definitely put him higher. I mean, you've got as much as I really not a big supporter of Manny Machado, the guy can still hit.
Yeah, but he's still a good player.
He's still a really good player. And Fernando Tatis, that guy, when he can take over a game when he's on.
What's happened to Xander Bogaerts ever since he went to San Diego? He just isn't
he's
a Boston at all.
Yeah, he's been it's been a rough time for him. Who knows? Maybe he turns it around this year.
How long is Darvish out for? Do you know? I don't know. I have no idea.
Ooh, I don't either. I didn't know he was out.
I think he is on the IL.
Oh wow. Okay.
I could be wrong, but
they still have some really good pitching there. And don't forget the Jackson Merrill. That kid, he's the one guy when we played him in the playoffs last year. When he was at bat, I was the most nervous because that guy he just sneaky does damage. I think he's going to be a perennial all-star as he goes on. So I think the Padres could surprise a lot of people. Well, no, wait, I take it back. They're going to be trash because they didn't get Profar back.
Right elbow inflammation.
Profar.
Profar. I can't believe the Braves signed him.
I cannot believe that they're going to hit him first, and I cannot believe that.
I'm going to say, knowing that he's on the Braves and he's their leadoff hitter now, that's taking him down a tier right there. Sorry, Braves.
You Darvish is starting off in the 15-day.
15-day. That's better than 60.
Yeah, he's got right elbow inflammation.
Yeah, and he's no young dude either, so they got to kind of baby him a bit. But that guy can really pitch.
Oh yeah, he's great.
And he's tough, man.
I've been seeing him for a long time because he started off with Texas, so I would see him a lot.
Yeah,
and he was always a good pitcher. Always.
Yep. He was a good pitcher with the Dodgers until they faced the Astros. I don't know what happened there. Okay. So yeah, Padres maybe a little bit better than in fourth tier or fifth.
They're fourth.
Okay, I think they're maybe a little better than that.
I don't know about the Rays. What do y'all know? What do y'all think about the Rays?
Here's what I think about the Rays. They're never impressive on paper, but they're always impressive on the field.
They
are. They have a way of getting the best out of the guys on that team, and I think they always end up surprising people. So
great coaching,
which is amazing. They have a city that does not want them at all, and yet they still put out a decent product every year. It's like amazing. Yeah. I mean, they should.
Oh yeah, I would.
If there's a team on the run, it'll be them. I think they'll be moving.
I would be well, of course, if I live there, I'd go to more than half the games, home games. From what I understand,
actually, I don't even know where they're playing this year. Do you?
Yeah, they're
playing in the Yankees the Yankees spring.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Steinbrenner Stadium, which
they'll struggle to sell that one out too.
But let me ask y'all a question, because I don't know about the politics of all this, but don't y'all think that maybe MLB could have fixed their stadium? I mean, why couldn't
you ever been there? I've been there to see concerts. It's old, it leaks, it stinks, it smells like feet. I'm not making that up, dude. It does. Tropicana Field was it was old, man. The best thing that could have happened with the hurricane was blow that fucking piece of shit down.
Yeah, but it's repairable.
Yeah, but it's like several million to fix it. Yeah. I mean, it's not a cheap fix.
Yeah, but we're talking about MLB.
I know.
They don't have a few million. Soto can fix it. Or Tony can fix it. Are you?
Oh yeah.
There comes a time where every team needs a new stadium. Indeed, if they're going to even consider keeping Tampa down there, they need a new stadium.
Yeah, that whole deal's dead in the water. So
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they might be in Nashville. You never know. I would love for Nashville to get a fucking team. So
I wouldn't be. Well, the MLB supposedly doesn't want them out of Florida, so I would say Orlando's probably going to be the top landing spot because they've got a group there with a lot of money, and they've already got secured land for a stadium, a dome stadium. And I think it'd be a better spot for fans. I mean, to get to there, you got a bigger base for people to go to games. You got people, the visitor base there, like, hey, let's go to a game. I think they would do incredibly better attendance wise and also they could draw from the Tampa Bay area.
Is it what's more cost friend? What costs more, to move a team or to start a team?
Wow, that's a great question. I don't have an answer for that. To get the buy-in to start a team is really high. So and then you got to start from scratch. That's a really good question, Jerry. What would you rather do? Just take a team that's already put together and you could already a major league product, or to start from scratch and have to draft players.
Yeah.
Whew.
No, you would get one already ready-made. And Tennessee or Nashville proved that you can do that when they moved the Oilers. They embraced the Titans from day one.
They got an amazing. They're the Predators hockey, man. They embraced them. The Titans. They love the Titans. They still. I don't know if they sell out, but they come. They do still have a really great attendance. They get behind their teams here, so I think Nashville would be a hot spot for a baseball team. I really do.
No, it's definitely in the front runner for the eastern part of the country.
Yeah.
As far as expansion goes, they're probably ranked the top potential because they do have money there.
And it's not like they're moving a crappy team. No, they're putting in a perennial winner.
Yeah, if I had a city that was trying to get a major league team and waiting for expansion, and the Rays were available, I'd take them in a heartbeat because you've already got a winning team coming in, and just the excitement of having them in a new place and new owners, new money. It's like, hey, let's get a couple of free agents and spice this thing up a bit.
And and they both deserve it. The Nashville and the Rays deserve something new, especially the Rays. The Rays are just being treated badly,
I think,
all the way around. It sucks. The next team that's on
I'd be surprised if Nashville doesn't get a team.
Reds are in this tier.
I think they're where they should be. I mean, I do have, I guess, you're right. My expectations are high right now, but until they do something, I really can't, pick them in a higher. I think they're perfectly where they are, where they are now, I think, in my opinion. I mean, they do have a couple starters on IR that are going to hurt them until they get back. But I mean, they have probably the most exciting player in the league in De La Cruz. So that's one guy that, I mean, they do have some
hands down.
Spencer Steer is a great player. TJ Fredo's a great player. Jose Trevino's a pretty good catcher. They do have pieces. They do. If they need to stay healthy, and Francona needs to get the best out of these young guys, man.
Francona's done it his whole career.
But with that being said, I mean, I would a real far outside chance of them making a wild card. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's going to be hard for them to be that good this year.
And I don't think Francona would come out of retirement just to take a job. I think he looked at this and said, you know what, I could do something with these guys.
I was hoping that they would, because they loved Trevor Bauer in Cincinnati. Why not give that guy another chance? But now that will never happen because Francona Bauer never got along, so that will never happen. So we'll.
I don't think
Why do you think Trevor Barrow's not? Why do you think he's allowed? Nobody's picking that guy up. Seriously, why don't you think?
In my opinion, it's because Rob Manfred doesn't want Trevor Bauer playing baseball in the mid.
I mean, wherever he's at, this guy's just tearing up with every league he's playing in. Man, it's like
he's a top tier pitcher.
He's like one of those old school bulldogs on that mound. But Jerry, he likes kinky sex. You can't have that kind of.
Who does?
You can't have that.
I mean, he won Cy Young with the Reds. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I think he's got to be a decent pitcher. I mean.
Oh, the guys in the group love leather.
Hey, man, once you shove up your ass, it's your own business. I don't care, man. Just keep it in there.
Yeah. Hey, man, whatever he does.
Sorry, I'm getting a little too far. I'm getting a little too off the base. I apologize.
But the Reds, I think, are in a good tier. They
got one of your old guys. Who they got from you, Brad? Who they get from the Dodgers? Or utility guy?
Gavin Lux. He's
Gavin Lux. Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with him. They had him at third base when I saw him in spring training.
Well, they traded Jonathan India. I wonder if they're going to put him at second.
He is a great hitter, Gavin Lux. He really is. Yeah, he's just, he had his year he was going to really pop out. That's when he blew out his ACL, and then he struggled with that last year until about the second half. And he was like one of the top hitters in MLB for the second half of the season.
Yeah, well, cool. That's awesome to know that.
For them.
Yeah, he could be really good, and plus he's coming into a clubhouse and he's going to be bringing a ring with him. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, he's going to be like, boys.
He's not going to get another one, but
we can do this, boys. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking, but I mean, hell, nobody thought the Reds would win in 1990, especially sweeping the A's. So anything's possible in baseball. That is true.
Possible. Yeah, that's the great thing about it. The Royals are in this.
Yeah, I think the Royals are.
Oh, I love that team, dude. I mean, I think they're gonna make some noise this year.
You got some great pitching. Yeah. You've got arguably one of the best players in the major leagues.
Yeah, India is now in second.
Oh, they got him. There you go. Deal's done. They're winning the division.
Yeah. Actually, that's not far-fetched.
Someone in this panel might have them winning the AL Central.
They're one of that team that seems like every 5 years they're awesome. I don't know. Is it just me?
Yeah, well, 2015, they won in 2015, and then they broke up the team like down to the gutter, and now they're back again. Yeah. So we'll see about them. The Tigers and the Twins round off Tier 4. Yeah,
was the Tigers a fluke last year? I don't think so. I think they're actually better than that. We'll see.
Yeah. I think the Tigers are going to be interesting. The Twins, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about the Twins.
I fucking pick them every year to win that damn division, and they never fucking do. Sorry for my language, but they piss me off. They piss me off every year.
On the days of picking the Twins.
But you know who I'm going to pick this year to win it? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to.
It's so 2020 and 2023. The last year was the beginning of the end for the Twins.
The thing is, though, that team's for sale. If somebody buys it, it's which I'm sure they're going to have money, because you're not going to be able to buy a team without money. But if there's somebody who's got extra money and they're willing to spend, they could turn that team around by the trade deadline. They could really spice it up a bit, and the Twins could surprise people, but they need to get the new ownership in place. Until then, I think they're going to be in limbo.
This will be the year I don't pick them to win the division, and they will, suckers.
Yeah, do it.
Tier 5. There's a lot of tiers in here. Astros and the Blue Jays.
Wow.
The Astros. Even the Blue Jays, I think, are better than that. I don't know.
Yeah, I do too.
The Astros. I would put them higher.
I would too.
Especially with their coach now going into their second year. He was a rookie last year. So he's got a little bit. I feel like he has a better handle on the team. It's really his team now. They signed Cam Smith, who is a ball of energy. He hasn't played past A.
It's all right.
And if Max Scherzer can, live up to his potential, I mean, he's a good starter, man. I mean,
yeah,
capable anyway of being giving Toronto a lot of wins.
But again, when you got Max Scherzer in Toronto, he's old.
I know, but why do you give up on these old guys, man? Don't give up on us old guys, man. Come on, man. So what?
All right.
Can the guy still play and win games?
He was hurt for almost all of last year.
Well, yeah, but still.
We should be healthy this year then, right?
Exactly. He's rested. We need our rest. Us old guys need our rest. So
I've got nothing against old guys, but you're playing a young man.
Fucking bring Votto back. Fuck it. Hey, man, Joey, man. Sign him.
Oh, yes.
Man.
But
old guys rule.
You're playing a young man's game. Competing against guys that are 15 years younger, Jerry. 15 years younger. Y'all don't think that matters. All right. Well,
It doesn't. It doesn't. I mean, age is not the same across the board for everybody.
That is true.
All right. I mean, I've known plenty of people that in their early 30s, their body's wrecked, and they're not athletes either. Maybe that had something to do with it. But I mean, and some people get old and they're still kicking ass, and it's not. It's just a number. Okay. So we'll see who's washed up. We'll find out soon enough.
You're right. Age is just a number. Yes, absolutely, but not in pro sports. That number means something. That number means something.
Okay, well, he was one of the best.
I mean, come on, guys.
Prime.
We watch sports our whole lives.
Yeah, speaking of which, I would say that's the Dodgers' greatest weakness is the age. They've got way too many old people on the field. I mean, they don't have enough. They don't have enough youth, in my opinion.
The Dodgers don't have anybody under 30.
I don't think so in the starting lineup.
I mean, they still got a decent minor league system, though. Still,
they have an incredible minor league system,
which is amazing because you figure that
those guys got nowhere to go.
Jerry, they haven't made any trades. They're buying everything. They're not trading for them. So yes, and that's not a knock. I mean, that's the God honest truth that they're not trading away their minor league system, but they're using their funds to purchase and still keeping their minor leagues intact.
Yeah, their average age in minor leagues are probably 35.
A lot of those guys on the AAA team are between 25 and 30. You're not wrong, and they're good.
Dude, that's old. That's old.
I know. They've got some
guys.
They have some great young pitchers in the minor leagues, man. It's going to be incredible. All right, let's go.
I'm not against the Dodgers. I mean
that's my only concern with them, and that they signed some of these guys to these really long contracts that I think in 5 years they're old now and they're gonna be really old in 5 years.
These contracts, you
don't insane
players for that long.
But I'll wait and see how it pans out. I'm not a fan of long contracts.
But let's move it along because these years are taking too long. Y'all just want to go straight to our predictions?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, because this goes down to tier 11. I don't think we want to go to tier 11.
We know what's in tier 11.
Tier 11, we're talking about, okay, maybe not 11, but tier 7, tier 8.
All right, so we got Jerry.
Tier 9. I guess that's where it ends. It's got to end at tier 9. And tier 9 has White Sox, Rockies, and Marlins.
The Marlins are the darling of those three, I think, but that's not saying much.
No, yeah, none of those teams are going to win.
But I do want to talk, at least us mention one team that's going to surprise us.
Okay.
Before we get to let's do that now before we get to our division stuff. Right. I've already got my team.
Let's hear it.
They don't even have a city in front of their name.
Ooh.
At least finished third in their division.
You stole my thunder, Andy, because that's who I picked.
They might be a wild card. I love the Athletics. I think they're young.
I did too. And I debated picking the Reds, not because they're my favorite team, but every factor has to work for the Reds in order to surprise. I mean, they have to be healthy. They have to be Franco's. I get the most out of them. Like I said earlier, everything's just got to click. But I think it's possible, But until they prove otherwise, I think they belong in the tier that they're in. But I'm not just saying it because I'm a fan of the Reds, but there is. I don't know. We'll see. That's all I can say. I still think they might surprise people. Except for the Dodgers.
The Athletics are playing in Sacramento. All their home games are already sold out for the year.
Good.
Yeah, that's
for the Athletics.
Oakland fucked that team, dude, and they've been fucking that team for years. Yeah.
For the history that the Oakland Athletics have brought.
Yeah. They lost all three of their professional teams in the last few years, man. They lost the Warriors, they lost the Raiders, now they lost the A's. It's like sad. Good thing they don't have a hockey team.
Well, they wouldn't anymore. They did.
Oh, they'd be gone. That city's a joke, man. As far as sports.
We got San Jose's got a hockey team. That's right.
Yeah. They got a great fan base. San Jose does. They love that team down there.
So I got the Athletics. Jerry, you got the Athletics as well.
That's who I had too, man. I think they're. I mean, they're not going to be great, but they're going to be. They're going to win some series they shouldn't win. I think.
Oh yeah. They're going to be an interesting team. They were a little interesting last year.
Yeah.
And they're going to bring in a lot of momentum.
And they're not far off from being a playoff team, are they? How long ago were they in the playoffs? Not too long ago, right?
2021.
Was it? I thought it was close. I guess you're right. I thought it was sooner than that, but yeah, okay, it's been a while then. Never mind.
Yeah. I think it was like 2020, or maybe even 2019 was the last time they made the playoffs.
All right.
But then again, it was a surprise as well. Brad, who would be your surprise team?
I'm going to go with the Reds. I think they're going to surprise the hell out of people. And Jerry's going to be like, wow, I didn't see this happening. I think they're going to surprise people. I think there's stuff going on there that nobody's noticing. So Reds are my team.
Oh, okay.
Healthy. I mean, this got to be healthy.
Everybody's got to be healthy, man. It's tough.
But man, these guys, the last 2 years, man, they've just been.
Yep.
All right, divisions, guys. This is going to be interesting. Right. This is what we've been waiting on. Divisions. Let's start with the AL East. How do you got that division going, Jerry?
I got the Red Sox.
AL or NL? AL?
AL.
Okay,
AL
good. East. All right, because I'm keeping score here for the end of the year, so I'm writing down your guys' choices.
All right.
I've got the Red Sox winning it, man.
Okay, so Jerry has Red Sox number 1. Okay.
Yankees. I got the Yankees following, and the Orioles, the Rays, and the Blue Jays. Jays and then the Rays. I'm sorry.
Whoa. Damn it, I'm writing in ink here, Jerry.
Sorry, my bad. I got Jays and Rays. It's like they rhyme and they look too much like each other. My shitty ass handwriting.
Okay.
That's my East.
Who you got?
I got Boston winning the division. Baltimore second. Yankees third. Blue Jays, and then the Rays. I hate to put the Rays there. I do, but I don't think that they have the firepower to go any higher. Let's just say that. How do you got it, Brad?
I got it. I'm still gonna sit with the Orioles. I'm gonna say Orioles 1, Yankees 2, Red Sox 3. I'm kind of now leaning. I can't believe I got Toronto 4 and Tampa Bay 5, but I think Tampa Bay could do better than that. We'll see. But I'm gonna stick with what I ranked them.
All right. Let's go to the AL Central.
Okay.
All right, I don't have the Twins winning this year. I've actually got KC winning this division. I do.
Nice.
I got the Guardians. I got the Guardians after that. I mean, they're still. I mean, I still think they're going to be competing for it. But then I got the Tigers. Then I got the Twins, and of course, the White Sox don't have a snowball's chance in hell to get out of the cellar. So that's all I got.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I got it kind of similar to you, Jerry. I got KC winning. Detroit taking over that second spot, plus the wild card for Detroit. And then I got Cleveland, and then Minnesota and Chicago. Man, Minnesota played so bad last year. After
now it's time for them to win the division. I guarantee you they'll probably win the division.
Terrible. I think they lost almost 20 in a row for a while there.
They did, yeah. They lost a lot. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, they slumped bad.
They weren't White Sox, but with the White. No, I don't think they lost. I think it was the White Sox that lost 20 in a row. I don't think it was the Twins, was it?
Well, the Twins lost a lot.
I mean, I know the White Sox actually did win. I lost 20. I think they did lose 20 in a row, but Twins, I don't think so. That's almost impossible to do. Well, but I guess the White Sox did it.
I think they lost like 21.
Yeah. I think they were a game short of the record. Did they beat the record? I can't remember, but it was close.
They tied it.
They did. That's right.
Joseph Stahl was pissed off because they didn't break the Orioles streak.
Oh, that's right. I remember him talking about that now.
Yeah.
You're right.
Because they tied it. All right, how do you have that division, Brad?
Okay. I got Detroit number 1.
Ooh.
Cleveland number 2. Ooh. Kansas City 3rd. Minnesota, then Chicago.
Wow. Okay. So we're all different there.
Yeah.
The top 3, kind of.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to do it like I did the playoffs last year. I'm just looking at it and just not thinking hard. I'm just going with my heart on these picks. So it did me well last year.
All right, let's go with the AL West. Jerry.
Okay.
I got the Rangers winning it, and I got Astros finishing second. I don't know why they were down so low on here. I don't see that, man, but maybe I'm missing something. And then I got the Mariners, followed by the Angels and the Athletics. Both those teams are pretty much
wait. So you got the Angels 3rd?
4th.
A 4th. Who's the Mariners 3rd?
Yeah, I got Mariners.
You missed that. Okay, Mariners, Angels, and then Oakland.
But like I said, Oakland can surprise it.
You say you're surprised team they're going to finish last.
Well, I mean, I'm not stupid. I mean, I still think they're. I mean, I'm not stupid, but I still think they could. I mean, they might. Them and the Angels could actually switch positions.
It would be more of a surprise if you picked them to be last and they actually did really well. So I like that. I see what you're doing. Okay,
they could maybe surpass the Angels. Maybe. That would be the surprise.
I think what Jerry's doing. Either way, he'll be right. I told you they were going to be last. I told you they were going to be a surprise team. All right.
Well, I mean, think about the teams in that division. I mean, okay, I'm going to stick with the Reds too. Then, with my surprise team, I was going to pick them originally, but I would be like going for my home team, and I, didn't want to do that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But for Brad's reasons, that's why I.
You got to be a homer, man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with one, not just wanting your team to win, but believing they can win. And then you get crushed, and that's okay. That's part of sports.
Every fucking year.
That's part of sports.
1990. It's been that long.
Andy?
I got the Astros winning the division.
See, good job, Andy. Well done. That's the way to do it. Okay, number 2.
Rangers.
Okay. Number 3.
Athletics.
Ooh, now that's a surprise.
You're
ahead of the Mariners
twice. I mean, as your surprise team, and you're picking them to be 3rd. Good job. Okay, so who's going to battle it out with the Angels and the Mariners?
Mariners
4. Oh, the Angels going last.
Oh yeah. That was. Wow. I started off with putting Angels last. They weren't going to move for me.
Yeah,
I'm not sold.
So
on the Mariners' offense at all.
Yeah. So Jerry, it's been kind of historical that normally I'll wear an Angels hat and an Angels shirt as long as they're above 500 for this show, and I that usually doesn't last very long.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I just like
that's like me wearing Cubs stuff. I would never.
I don't know if I'm trolling them. Maybe I'm trolling them a little bit. It's like, I dare you guys to win. Come on, keep me wearing this crap.
You couldn't pay me to wear Cubs or Cardinals shit, but that's all right.
I have a friend who's an Angels fan, and the first game the Dodgers played the Angels this last week, and they're for the Freeway Series, he's texting me the whole time, and Angels. I'm like, I love it that you love your team. I think that's awesome. And then he's like, they should have kept Ohtani. I'm like, well. They had a chance. He the deal that he had with the Dodgers, he took it to the Angels and said, "You guys meet this, I'll stay with you." And they said, he says, I bet you guys wouldn't take the deal.
His manager or whatever did. He did.
Too soon?
The Angels were all like, we're going to have to sell Disneyland or move them out of Anaheim. Do you want that kind of money? Minnie Mouse is going to have to pimp herself.
I would, if I was a team and he was available, I would pay whatever the fuck he wanted. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would pay.
Yeah, and I'm sure everybody in hindsight now is like, God, the Dodgers got a deal there. I mean, at the time they're
pretty
like,
much.
What did the Dodgers do in signing him for all that money? I think they've already made more than that money.
Just what, get like $1 million for now a year, if that.
True.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still yeah,
he's gonna get it at the end of his career.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I think in his endorsements last year it was over $100 million.
Yeah.
But what are the Dodgers going to do when they have to pay him $68 million a year?
That money's
$68 million a year.
That money's been put away, Andy. It's sitting there gathering interest. So the Major League Baseball, whenever they defer money, the team has to prove that they have the money and they've got it stashed away. So they want to guarantee that these guys are going to get paid. So
they're still paying Bobby Bonilla.
Exactly. He's the poster child for this, for sure.
Yes.
I think Shohei's a lump sum though. I don't think
I really believe that if you want a player, you got to pay them there and then. You can't pay them. Oh, in 20 years we'll give you this amount. No.
Hey,
I'm with Otani on that. I mean, the player wants what he wants. Then
it shouldn't be allowed.
The thing is that he won't be living in California when he gets that money, and he won't have to pay that crazy state tax there. And they were the state is already trying to change their tax laws so they can get his money, but it ain't gonna happen. That's pretty funny though. Boo hoo.
But it is all based out. Even you're getting paid out of Los Angeles. He still have to pay that tax no matter where he goes, isn't he?
Well, maybe he'll move to Texas and be Andy's neighbor.
Well, I'm just saying because there's players that don't live.
I love Otani. I just don't like the business part of it, where we don't have to pay you until you're not even playing anymore.
Yeah. That's nothing new. It's been done for a long time. Bobby Bonilla.
That's not been done, Brad.
Bobby Bonilla. When did they do that contract?
He still got 5 or 6 more years on that.
I know.
That's just $1 million. This is $68 million a year.
Yeah, I think they're going to put him lump sum.
Like I said, I don't believe in a salary cap, but I do believe in a floor cap. I think a team should play a certain amount every year. But a salary cap, you can pay your players if you want to pay them that much 1 year, $68 million, do it.
Well, the owners are coming for that after next year when they have to negotiate the new CBA, and it's the players aren't going to go for it. And so the question is,
the players wouldn't go for a floor cap.
No, they would go for that, but they wouldn't go for the ceiling.
They would go for a floor cap.
They don't want that at all. And
I believe that you got to pay your players as you go. There's no, I'll pay you back later. Hope they don't have to pay them. Nah. Anyway.
Okay. So, all right. We got a little sidetrack there, didn't we?
Yeah.
We're on the National
League.
NL West.
NL East.
No.
Oh, mine. Oh, you want mine?
Yeah.
I figured I had already phoned that in. Well, geez, shockingly, I'm going to pick the Dodgers to win. I've got Phoenix. Wait, no, that's National League. Whoopsie.
American League West. You never said it.
Spoiler alert. Okay, Texas, Seattle, Houston, Oakland, and Angels. I'm going to say Seattle's going to shock people. No, maybe they should be.
They could. Mariners absolutely could.
I know. I still feel like that division. It's the Astros are still the top pick until they lose it, and but I went with my heart. I didn't go with my brain on that one. Okay, now
the thing about the Mariners, they're losers. I hate the Mariners. They are about the only sports team that I hate. I don't know why.
Even when they had Griffey, freaking A-Rod, and Randy Jackson, they were still losers. They couldn't win still.
I didn't pay attention.
Even though they hold the record for the most games won in a season.
Yeah.
Did they really?
119 or 120?
They do.
Did they really? I did not know. I know they won a lot that year, but
it was 114. Was it 114?
Wow.
I think it was 114.
Didn't know that.
But of course, they went out in the first round.
Yeah.
Just like the Dodgers, when the Dodgers set their team record for the most games won in a season, they went out in the first round. I mean, they didn't even win 100 last year. What happened? So,
right.
It's
NL East.
Okay, let's go, Jerry.
I've got the Phillies winning this division.
Well done.
Then I got the Braves, Mets, Nationals, and Marlins. Nationals got some good young pitching though.
Mine is exactly the same. Phillies,
Whoa, really?
Braves, Mets, the Senators, and and Miami.
The Redskins, don't you mean, right?
Right.
Oh.
Well, yeah, the cold 45s where you're at.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm still looking for that hat. They stopped making those. The one with a 45.
Yeah, and the gun.
Dude, that hat
was
tight.
Chingazos.
I gotta find it.
All right. Well, mine's different than your guys. I got Mets. Ooh. I got Phillies. I got Braves. Ooh. Then it's going to be Washington, Miami. So those teams were consistent.
And Braves third?
Yep. Yeah, I think the Braves are turning into the National League Angels.
They got a great. Okay.
I know they have a great team, but they seem to kind of under. I mean, they might win. They might win the division. We'll see. And the Phillies will bounce them out of the playoffs, or the Mets will. Wasn't the Mets bounced them out last year? And the okay,
that's gonna be a fun division to watch, though.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it always is.
They're all going to be fun, Jerry.
Their games,
all of them.
So good.
Not the next one, unfortunately.
Oh yes, it will. It'll be competitive. All right, let's go. National League Central.
Yeah. National League Central. I got the Cubs winning it, followed by the Brewers, then the Reds, Cardinals, and then Pirates.
Wow. Okay. What do you got, Andy?
Reds.
Nice.
I've fallen in love with you, Andy. My heart just fluttered, man, when you said that. I love
Brewers,
you, man.
Cubs.
Wait. Okay, so you got Cubs, no, Reds, Cubs?
No, Reds, Brewers.
Brewers, okay.
And then Cubs.
Okay. Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And then St. Louis. But I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh moves up. But man, they've got young players, but man,
they got a lot.
They just moved that needle.
A lot of great players.
They got a lot of people in the system too, man. I was reading into their farm system.
Because they've had this for a while, and they stand stagnant.
Oh. Yeah, can they put it together? Can they do it? Okay, you ready for mine?
Yeah.
Yep.
Reds.
Wow. Menage a trois, man.
I know.
I love you guys.
I know. I'm not doing this because of you, Jerry. Okay, so the last two seasons, every time the Reds have been in LA, we've gone down for the full series. And watching those guys play, I think they're the most exciting team in baseball. Watching them play, those kids just play their butts off. And especially Ellie De La Cruz, he turns it up when he plays in LA. When he gets in LA, he's auditioning. You can tell he sees himself wearing a Dodger uniform.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely.
Yeah. The first game we went to 2 years ago, he hit a triple in his first at bat, and you could. So the infield is just pristine. You know, the dirt has just all been nicely raked and everything. And I swear, between second and third base, there was maybe 3 steps. I mean, he was running so fast, stride, and it was unbelievable. You looked at it just like, hey, what? How did he do that? The guy's unbelievable. He stole every time he got on base. He stole second and then stole third. I think he stole 7 bases in one game or something ridiculous.
He stole second, third, and home one time. I watched that game.
I'm going to say he's the most exciting player in baseball when he's up. But I've also seen games when he plays other teams where he does nothing.
All right, here's a hypothetical, real quick. Okay. Could he be an MVP candidate?
Oh yeah.
Even if the Reds don't make the playoffs.
He finished third last year.
It is regular season, I get that, but
if he puts it all together and stays somewhat consistent, you know, that's his problem, is that he either plays really well or he just kind of looks like he's phoning it in a bit. And I'm hoping Francona can turn him up a bit and keep him in top shape. If Francona can do that, if he can get the most out of every one of these guys, they're going to win the division. That's the way I look at it. So I'm heavily weighting this on Terry.
I'm helping you, right?
Okay. So I said so Reds, Brewers. I got the Cubs in third, and then I have Pittsburgh and St. Louis last.
Wow, St. Louis is that much of a mud.
St. Louis is just falling apart, man. They're just totally.
I think they're one of the best.
They're not doing anything to try to make that team better.
Well, they got Sonny Gray back. Come on, that's something.
He's really good. I love Sonny Gray, but I wouldn't be surprised if they trade him before the deadline. Yeah, they've been trying to get rid of Arenado, and they're one shot to really make that happen. With the Red Sox didn't pan out.
Yeah, but there's something about
if they had a deal with Houston to trade him, but Arenado nixed it.
Yeah.
He would have been great in Houston.
Yeah, but he said he wanted to go to a contender, so he just had to stay in St. Louis.
I don't see how he didn't see the Astros as being a contender, man.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I'm gonna put him
more than St. Louis anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on the over/under list for next week. Let's see.
But there's something about Sonny Gray that bothers me.
What bothers you about him?
He's old.
Oh, here we go again with the old.
The dude's legit, man. I love that. I love that guy.
He was great with the Reds too.
I wish he was a Dodger.
He's already pitched on like half the teams in MLB.
He likes different tastes, man. He's trying to fill up his closet with uniforms, man.
Right. He's trying to get all the pro caps for free. Is
that like Mike Leake? He has to go to a store and steal, so he's trying to earn them.
Yeah, his room with all his jerseys is going to be crazy.
That Mike Leake thing really pissed me off when I read about that, man. The guy never pitched in the minors, was a decent pro, and then he tries to shoplift. Fucking a couple of shirts and gets busted.
That's right. When he was a rookie, didn't he?
Yeah,
that's right.
I don't know, but he was a solid pitcher, man, without ever playing in the minors, man.
What happened? What happened? All right, we ready for the West?
Ready for the West.
Okay, Jerry.
I got the Rockies. No, I'm just kidding.
Chris Bryant's going to be the MVP this year.
I've got the Dodgers, and that's pretty much all you need to say.
No, you got to rank everybody else.
Dodgers, Padres, D-backs, Giants, Rockies.
Okay.
I don't think the Diamondbacks are as good as you guys think they are, but we'll find
out. They could be a surprise team. Okay, go, Andy. What do you got?
D-backs.
See, Andy thinks the D-backs are winning it.
Come on, man. Andy, you don't think that, do you?
Really? Yes, he does.
He hates the Dodgers.
He doesn't pick with his heart.
I know he doesn't. I'm just giving him shit.
No, I don't hate the Dodgers, but the thing is, we talked about this earlier. The D-backs have really good, strong pitching. The D-backs are younger, they're faster, they're more athletic.
They got to the World Series without really any big name players.
And they made a lot.
And there wasn't one player on that roster who was like a star,
Yeah, and I love their coach. So I got.
He's good. Yeah, Torey Lovell. He's a solid guy, and he knows how to get guys to play well.
Yeah. So I got D-backs, Dodgers, Padres, Giants, and Rockies.
Okay.
And I'm serious.
Well, I mean, three of those teams will give the Dodgers a little trouble. I mean,
yeah.
They'll make the Dodgers earn that division, but I don't think they're going to have trouble winning that. They'll win it by, weeks left in the season. I think they'll clinch it.
Well, they won it last year by 5 games or less.
It went down to the last week of the season.
So. I'm looking for them to have one of the best years ever, man. I really think they could break the record, man. I really do with most wins. Yeah. I mean, they are a juggernaut, dude.
Yeah, we'll see. You still got to play the games.
And I'm good at jinxing teams, so maybe that'll work. I'm just kidding.
Well, I don't see them that way. I don't see them as a juggernaut at all. I mean, they're a great team. Don't get me wrong, but it's got holes. When
you, like I said earlier, when you got that roster and then you got that farm system they got, it's like, Jesus, man, this is a team that could compete for decades, man. I think. I mean,
that's the way they're building it. They're building it to always be the winning team. All right, you ready for?
Yeah.
Andy, let's have yours.
Well,
I already had yours. The NL West. We already got yours. Oh, you want mine? You want to hear mine?
Gee, I wonder who's going to be your number one.
Okay, Dodgers. I got the Diamondbacks in second. I got Padres in third. I got the Giants in Colorado.
All right. Yeah.
No. I think we're better at picking the bottom teams than the top teams.
Yeah, I always get the last ones right.
Well, some of these are pretty easy to pick.
It's a bit easier, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, that'd actually be a good topic. It's like, what would it take to get these teams that are perennial losers? What would it take to get them on the plus side? But we'll talk about that some other time.
But
so everything's down in ink, in green ink, and we'll tally this up at the end of the year and see who had the best predictions. Yes. I won last year. Andy won the year before.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Jerry, it's your turn.
I hope you win with that National League Central pick, guys. I wouldn't mind losing if that pick came true. But
yeah, we're gonna. That's what's gonna be fun, man. Okay.
Wild cards in the American League.
Oh wait, we're gonna do that?
Or
really?
What are we gonna do?
Real quick.
I don't know.
I got the Orioles, Yankees, and Astros as my 3 wild
for wild cards.
Yeah.
All right, let me take a look at what I've got here.
I've got Baltimore, Detroit, and Texas in the American League.
Okay. I'm going to go. Let's see. Last year it was all the AL Central teams that made it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Yankees and Mariners. I might as well go with my second and the Guardians.
Ooh.
So, yeah. All right, National League.
I got the Braves, Mets, and the Brewers.
I'm going to have the Braves, the Padres, and the Dodgers.
The Dodgers are a wild card. That just sounds funny, Andy. I'm sorry, dude.
That's fine.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm just having fun.
I know.
The wild card winners, Los Angeles Dodgers. Just man.
I might be the only person in America that thinks this, but I've looked at this deeply. I've looked at it, and I don't know.
Okay. You're at mine. I'm going to go with the Phillies, Diamondbacks, and the Padres.
And just for shits and giggles, I have the Red Sox and Dodgers in the World Series.
Really? Okay, that would be cool. That'd be good for Major League Baseball.
I got one question for you guys before we go. Do you think interleague play has lost its appeal?
Yes.
I think so too. I really do. It was cool when it first came out, but it's like there's nothing special anymore.
I would rather see more games against.
I would too.
Against your own league, because like the Astros and Yankees only play 7 games because of the having to play, interleague games. It's lost. It was real fun the first few years because you got to see these other teams that you really didn't see that much, but now it's a waste of time. It's a waste of a series when they can be gaining or losing in their division. Those games just remain stagnant. They mean nothing.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I think that back when you were weighted heavily to your division in your league, especially the last month. I think back then you played strictly in your division for the last month of the season. I think that was pretty damn cool. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it anymore. I don't know what the numbers are. Are more people going out to the games when a team that they don't see other than once every 2 years? It's probably good for a lot of these teams to get the Yankees and the Red Sox into town, or the Cubs. If you're an American League team, to get the Cubs into town, you probably put more butts in the seat for that series. But I don't know what the numbers are for that. That'd be interesting to look at.
Yeah, but then the true baseball fan would be so upset in September. You've got two division rivals playing each other, and your team is playing an interleague series.
Yeah,
While
you
you're
know,
falling behind.
Well, they did it right. They did it right at first because they did interleague one time of the season. I mean, that was fine. But now it's
right.
Some teams open up with interleague play.
Yeah,
now. It's like
it's like Dodgers and the Tigers.
You see, that's not appealing at all. Dodgers and Tigers.
Even the Mets and Yankees seem to lost a little luster. I mean, it was good when it first went. I mean,
I agree. It's not as I mean, for me, it's not as sexy anymore to be like, "Woo, we're playing those guys." Yeah, it's like, we're playing those guys again.
Now, Dodgers opening up against the D-backs or Padres and try to get a jump start.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, like us, we start off with the Mets. Really? It's like, oh, well, and I'm going to Friday night's game, so that's cool.
Wait, are you guys at home?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm going Friday to game 2. But, man, how I wish. Imagine if it was the Rangers. Woo.
Dude, how was your attendance there? Do you sell out a lot?
Not sell out, but we're almost there. We do a good 35 to 40,000.
All right.
A good 35 to 40 a game.
That's
healthy.
Yeah, it takes the Rays 4 or 5 games to get that amount.
And we're talking about
pretty much
on Tuesday nights.
About
30,000.
Yeah, it's interesting.
When he puts butts in seats too, it does.
Yeah. And that's really what's important. I mean, to keep the game going is what are fans in. And watching it on TV, people go into the games. Then they should keep doing it.
Yeah, and also there's a lot of like in the Astro fan base pages that I go to. Oh, well, you started being a fan ever since 2017. Who cares when they became fan? They could become a fan yesterday, and I don't care how long they've been fans.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome.
I didn't mind seeing them leave the NL Central.
Oh man, we would rule that division still.
I didn't mind it when they left the NL West either, man. They were well, same thing with the Reds. Holy crap. The Reds and the Astros were really tough back in the day when they were in the same division as the Dodgers.
Oh, dude, when it was just 2 divisions each. Dude, that was win or go home. Big time.
And it was weird having the Braves and the Dodgers in the same division. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
I remember once going to a game when I was young, and I thought, well, I'm going to buy some tickets for a future game there at the stadium. And the guy in front of me was asking about the Braves series. And I leaned over and I said, are people actually buying tickets for those games? The woman selling the tickets thought it was pretty funny. The guy didn't think it was funny. Well, I want to see the Braves. I want to see Bob Horner. Good, you go see Bob Horner.
Chris Chambliss, Claudell Washington. I remember all those guys.
Yeah.
Oh well, because we didn't watch TBS.
Dale Murphy. How can we forget that guy? How is he not in the Hall of Fame?
Dale's not
in the Hall of Fame.
Rafael Ramirez and Claudel Washington and Glenn Hubbard. Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Think about when they had those. Well, of course they were really good when they had that pitching staff, and you got.
That's one of the best pitching staffs ever, man.
Away from TBS and all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, Maddox, Smoltz,
America's team,
and Steve Avery. I mean, it's like fuck. Actually, number 4 started with Steve Avery back then. Yeah. It's like damn.
It was Zane Smith, Avery, Smoltz,
Glavine, and Maddox.
Glavine, dude.
Yeah. They had the. Yeah, they were. They were like
only one World Series.
One World Series for all that.
Championship. Yes, man.
You know what? Last year, when the Astros did not make the ALCS, That was the first time since 2016 that they did not reach the LCS.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long stretch, man.
The Astros have had a big run, man.
Yeah, they really have. And I don't see it ending. I really don't. I don't. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan. I see the moves that they're making. You know, people were pissed off when we traded Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
We got a starting right fielder, a starting third baseman, and a number 5 pitching rotation. And all those guys are under club control. I don't think Tucker's going to sign after this year with the Cubs.
I don't think so either.
They've already tried. He already said no. So he's going to be a 1-year rental.
Well, we'll see. We'll see next year, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's all about this year right now. It's all about tomorrow.
Yeah, it starts off tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, boys.
Yeah, I'm not going to say everybody starts in first place tomorrow because in the National League West.
Okay.
The Cubs are starting in last place, and the Dodgers are starting in first place.
Okay. They are the hot team of the year so far. So let's do this. The next episode will be on 2 weeks from now.
April 2nd?
April 9th.
April 9th?
April 9th.
What the fuck is today? Holy shit, it is the last week of March.
Yeah,
oh, no.
March.
That's terrible.
The Ides of March.
Yeah.
All right.
So
April 9th. See everybody here at April 9th.
On April 9th, and then go ahead and make that list of players. And
I will.
And we'll see.
We're getting Yeah, you don't get to research or anything. I'm just going to throw names out there, and you say either they're going to be about the same as they did last year, better or worse, and that's it. And I'll come up with a formula to measure their stats against their previous year's stats.
It's all heart.
Yep.
It's all heart, and
you got like I'll give you five seconds to answer.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
On the clock.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching.
Man,
enjoy 2025 and like Brad.
Can I say how awesome it is that this is the second time now that I've shared a screen with Jerry?
All right.
And so we're on to something here, Jerry. Let's keep it going.
I see Andy like 5 times a week, and then I see like twice every year. It's like wow. It's like
yeah, I'm hoping to get to Houston this year and hopefully see Andy in person again.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to meeting him this year too. So
I got close this last week, but couldn't get over to Houston.
You just couldn't get there.
No.
Well, Jerry and I are going to Rocklahoma here in the last week of Memorial Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Labor Day weekend.
I'm still not 100% out on that. I'm going to take another look at it. They haven't sold it out, right?
No.
Okay.
But we got our tickets already.
Yep.
And I got my hotel room. I don't know, Jerry. Did you get your?
I still haven't got a hotel room yet. I need to work in that. You're right. I have to sleep on your couch.
All right, that is.
I'll pay you. I'll pay half if I have to, but I'm going to try to find my own room. So.
All right. Oh, well,
you're not going to camp.
No.
No, I'm not going to camp.
I'm too old for that shit, man. That ain't happening. I'm too old for festivals, really. I'm surprised. I thought I'd never go to a festival again, but I don't know. I just want to meet Andy and a couple other people
there
I
you
thought
go.
were going aren't. So, but it'll be fun.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Okay, everybody watching this, watch baseball tomorrow.
Yep, watch baseball tomorrow. It's a national holiday, people.
Yep, my TV will be on.
Yeah, my phone will be on different games. But when I get home, believe me, I'll be watching baseball while I'm on Mark and Jerry's show. But I'm off on Friday. I'm going to the game that day. So
awesome. Well, I'll watch for you there.
Yeah, cool.
On TV.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all next.
All right, guys. Y'all take care.
All right. Have a good night.
Take care.
Go Dodgers.
Guy.